Hey, you guys, welcome to the show, everybody.
Hey,
Listen,
Bubbles.
listen,
Hey.
Oh, no,
listen,
Hi,
y'all.
everyone.
Hey, guys, we have temporary new theme music today because I will give you guys 3 guesses as to who this is. And I finally listened to their music today, and I love it.
Let's see.
Is it Rome Flynn?
Nope.
I
Jacob
can't
Young.
hear it.
Is it JMW?
No, what? Who said? What did you say, darling?
I said Jacob Young.
It is. It's Jacob Young.
I
Jacob
thought so.
Young.
You guys, I love his music. He ain't got but 5 songs. So
Listen,
far.
Rome Flynn got a few, and he's freaking fantastic too.
I know you. Let me go find Rome right
Girl,
now. I'm following Jacob.
listen, I
got
had
a
Rome
new
Flynn on repeat a couple of years ago. What was that song called? Ooh, child. He
He
said
just
basically he
in
can
the
pick up the
rain.
slack from that other dude. He can pick up the slack, whatever. I had that thing on repeat, Hank. Go ahead and check out Ron Flynn's Instagram. I'm sure he got all his songs in one of those stories.
This is Rome, you guys.
we got a new song, got a remake
Who is
that I
that?
like.
This is Rome.
Which one?
This is Can You Stay in the Rain?
Stop it. Key Sweat, Can You Stand the Rain? Is it a remix?
Tell me, can you weather the storm? Oh, 'cause I need some.
Oh, yes,
You
yes.
hear
I
you hear
like
them
it.
you
I
hear them
like
half
that one.
notes? He's sexy.
Hey, Bubbles.
Yes, ma'am.
He redid Joe's song, I Want to Know. It's so good. It's like a studio. I think I'm trying to remember. Was it acoustic? But it's good. His voice is good on it.
I didn't know Rome was out here singing, y'all. I knew he was acting, but I didn't know he was out here verified on the Spotify. Follow me.
Yeah, Ron Flynn is everything. Ron Flynn acts, he sings, and he's an amazing basketball player. He could goddamn put a scrimmage on any day now. Any day. Ron
Every
Flynn
time
is not, and he gorgeous
Jackie
himself.
loves his music. She be listening to his music. She like all his stuff. Every time he puts something up, she'd be like the first one to like his stuff on Instagram. So Jackie, she still support him. I like that.
She's a
Oh,
DJ.
yes, indeed.
So she's all about the music. So I expect that.
That's right.
She's gonna support all of the people who are into the music because she's an artist herself. You know, she makes songs. I don't think she's on Spotify. Let me see.
No, I only think she only had 2 or 3 songs anyway.
Yeah. She had 2 club songs, but the only thing she's got on Spotify right now is her show. And I don't think that she was young when she made them club songs. So I don't think she is really gonna want nobody putting her music out there in the streets.
Well, her music is out there in the streets already, but I'm sure that her days of wanting to be a pop star are over.
Yeah. I don't think she even wanted to be a pop star. I think that she was maximizing her marketability during that time because she knew at some point she was going to be a mama and she wasn't going to be able to be out here and running these streets going from country to country.
Exactly. Talking about selling some music. Exactly.
Right. Or doing her show called Party On with her best friend. She got all that she got while she was young.
That's right.
There you go. She was smart.
She did the singing. She did everything that you could possibly think to want to do. And then she just sat down here and was some 34, 35, however old she is, 32 years of age, and then sat down and said, I'm ready to just focus on my family and my career now. I got all this stuff out.
There you go. She did good. She did really good, well for herself.
Really
Her and her husband, they make a good partnership. I love it. I mean, I absolutely love and admire her, both of them.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind taking a spin on the wheel with old Alon. He is so sexy to me.
He is. He really is. His lips.
Yes.
Lord, have mercy.
They look like hearts. It literally looks like a damn heart. on his mouth, a heart. Yeah, I want to suck his face too. He's very attractive.
Rich.
I told you, he looks like he smells incredible. He looked like he smells incredible.
I mean, and them babies that they made. Lord, them babies is so much to both of them, it ain't even funny.
I
I
know
know.
it.
That's one thing
That's the
about them
cutest
is they
thing.
all about their family. They are absolutely all about the family. He says the same thing she says. They are each other's world. He calls
But that's
Jackie
how it's
his
supposed to
queen.
be, though. I
Exactly.
mean, because your partner, I mean, y'all have to share the same, everything, So, and they do it. I mean, their career choices, their family choices. That's the only way it's going to work. And that's how it's so beautiful. That's what we see. It's good on the inside because the way it comes out, you know what I'm saying? It's fabulous.
Hmm.
It's
That's
fabulous.
right. It's beautiful. So now listen. Regarding the soaps, I have to get one thing out. I have to get it out.
Go
What?
ahead. Go ahead, Sam. What you got?
Deacon
Mm.
is partaking
Yeah.
in Ms. Carter every evening.
Yeah.
Yes, he is. That was
So
confirmed.
I
That was
needed.
confirmed.
Yes, it
Open
was
entry in the
indeed
opening of the show.
correct. So listen, this is the point I want to make before we even get started. Before I forget, there had been a lot of cries about Sheila tricking Deacon into sex. In talking about
Mm,
that's playing with the
uh-huh.
boundaries of consent.
I've heard
I,
uh-huh.
and my stance is going to remain the same. If a man or a woman partakes in a sexual excursion with an absolute stranger without
All right,
asking
everyone,
any questions,
say it.
then I don't get. You get what you get.
Say it.
You get what
That's what I
you
said too.
get.
Say it. Say
Yeah.
it.
Exactly. You
Say it.
Yeah.
cannot then turn around and say, "Oh, oh." No,
Say
it
it.
don't work like that.
He didn't even ask her name.
He
She
didn't.
Thank
And
you.
listen, he was about to rip her panties off with his teeth the following morning, still without knowing her name. So
Thank
he
you.
can't blame the alcohol like he did the night before. The next
Thank you.
morning, he might have been hungover, but he wasn't drunk. When he was
Thank
fixed to devour this stranger again, that he didn't know if she was an ex-murder or a child molester. All he knew
That's
is
why
that
I
she
had no
showed up
patience
at
for
his
that.
house horny.
thank
Exactly. I
she
had no patience for all of that.
And
she was
then, so now the point that I really wanted to nail in today is that last night, Sheila offered Deacon money. Deacon seemed to be interested in the money, correct?
Yes,
So
correct.
that's
Mm-hmm.
what we would assume drug him to bed with Sheila. However, Deacon wakes up this morning saying, I don't think this is going to work out. He's not even thinking about the money now. So the money was just an excuse for Deacon to bang Sheila again because he quite enjoys it and I enjoy it
Mm-hmm.
for him. So I just wanted to put that out there that Deacon has no complaint about consent. Not
Yeah.
only did he partake in a complete stranger without asking questions, he is fully engaging in consensual sex over and over and over again with Ms. Sheila Carter.
Correct. You are
So that's all
absolutely
I
Yeah.
right,
wanted to get
Sam.
out there. Now y'all can take that ball and run with it up and down the field.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
but
I agree with you.
we agree, Sam. I mean, we knew that was happening. I mean, it was from day one, from the moment she pulled off of that red wig, honey, and straddled him after he met the toe and almost lost his balance when he came toe to toe with that missing toe and damn near lost his balance. We knew
See,
then because he was spooked. He got in that chair. He sat in that chair right in front of that fold out. And what did she do? Sheila slid on top of his lap and was like, "Baby, you didn't do the only thing you did last night was ravage these cookies, honey." And she slid up and motorboated his ass, and he fell on in. So we knew.
Yep.
So regardless, because I know where you're going, say I know what you were saying because that's what I was seeing on Twitter streets. Oh,
same here.
yeah, she fooled him. Yeah, she tricked him. Deacon wouldn't have done that. but you know, you
She
had
raped
great
him.
points. But
We
great
were even
points, Sam.
seeing she raped him. She
I
raped
agree
him.
with.
Yes,
I
she
see.
raped him. She
Yes,
took
people.
advantage.
People were
See, I
crying
don't.
that she sexually assaulted Deacon. I was like, hold
Yeah,
on a second.
yeah.
That's the part that cracked me up. I was like, hold on. Y'all saying that she slept with him under false pretenses, but how is it false pretenses that he slept with Sheila Carter when he didn't even ask nobody for their name?
So they
That's
That's
yeah,
right.
okay.
See,
That's
Sheila
right.
yeah.
didn't lie to him. She didn't have to because he didn't ask no
He didn't
questions.
say.
When you have nameless sex with someone where you don't identify yourself, they don't identify themselves, and you can't even ask the basic question of, "Hey, what's your
What's your
name,
name
girl?"
is?
Then nobody gave you a false pretense. They just screwed your brains out because that's all you wanted.
See,
Correct.
I don't really see it as being, I see it like 50-50. Yeah, it could be seen as a little rapey, but I don't really think it was rape per se. Like, I Deacon did what I like to say, like most dudes do when they're drunk and stuff. Like, Deacon sat here and basically shut off his brain and he listened to his dick and he just sat there and walked off into the room and let it work.
That's right.
So
That's
According
right. It
at
is
the end of
what
the
it
Pretty
day,
is.
much.
you don't get to sit here and act like
Amaya
you
said it was
are
a bit
A
murky.
victim.
some massive victim when you just sit here and uncontrollably say, let's just be real, like had she just been this random redhead, he probably would have screwed her and then be like, all right, well, here's my number, I'll call you later, whatever else, and stuff. Because it was Sheila underneath a mask, he's just like, oh hell no, like it was good, but why the hell did I not sit there and listen to my head? I just this dude sat here and shut off his brain and let his dick be his brain for that night. And
Yeah, in
you know,
every night ever since. In every
Cause
night
look at
ever
Yeah,
how
since.
he woke up. He woke up across that bed this morning, butt ball naked, woe out.
Woe out. And Sheila said that she went in there and made him breakfast because Big Daddy had been putting in that work.
the work.
That's right.
No, 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 no. She calls him what she
Big
says
boy.
is big boy.
Big
Oh,
boy.
big boy.
And
Big
I
boy.
big boy.
so so
She
then basically all he did was okay. So then basically all he did was become Sheila's sex hero. That's it.
Yeah, he's Sheila's bitch. She owns his ass now because
Correct.
I'm gonna go back to Baker. I'm gonna go back to Baker. He had not, but before Baker knocked at his door, it was what, one or two episodes before that. He had the scene with Taylor. He had the scene with Hope. And he was telling Hope and them, and that's actually Ridge had a scene with Hope too. And there was the first day Ridge came back home to take care of Anklegate. And he was like, so we trust in Deacon? We trust in Deacon that he don't know where Sheila is. Oh, my daddy would never. My daddy would never do this. And she went in that same episode. She went to
mm-hmm.
Olive Garden and talked with
Yeah,
Deacon.
yeah.
Deacon sold a whole freaking lie to her.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Everybody,
And
to everybody.
everybody, he sold a whole
Mm-hmm.
freaking lie. You hear what I'm saying? And then what did Deacon do? Yeah. I mean, come on, guys. Look, it's not, it is no.
It's a
Uh-uh.
no. It's a
Mm-mm.
no
Yeah,
for me.
It's a
So Baker came the next episode. Baker came, knocked on the door. There was his opportunity to say, like, what how Darling had it the other day. Because Deacon still had a chance to pull himself out of there. This is Sheila Carter. I'm so glad you're here. That bitch trying to
yeah.
kill me.
He could have ran out there hysterical. Oh Lord, oh mercy, she in there. She in there. Help me, help me. He could have did all that.
He had his chance, y'all. That was his chance to run, y'all. But what did he do? He let Sheila make it. Then he
Let me
went
tell
back
y'all
to the
why.
Olive Garden. He went back to the Olive Garden and drug Thomas after he let Sheila make it. So guess what? He missed his opportunity. So Sheila now owns that
Now
ass.
let
Do
me
And
tell
I'm
y'all
here
y'all why
for
remember
it.
that
when?
is
Do
though.
y'all remember when he was sitting up there and he went to Taylor's office and he was talking to Taylor about Sheila and how he said that he could understand how she accepted her vulnerability because that's what Sheila is. He's like, she has something about her that makes her
Yep.
seem very vulnerable.
He
So
Yeah.
said that.
now when he's on this end of the stick, you kind of make him it kind of makes you feel like, okay, how vulnerable does she look now? Since she's so much of a victim and you done became her victim, is she still vulnerable?
Vulnerable my ass. But my thing is this is that
Vulnerable.
Deacon dug the grave 6 feet down, jumped
Yep.
his ass in, and pulled all
Yep.
the dirt on top of himself at this point.
Yep.
Because he every chance that he has had to correct this has gone right by him and he hasn't. He could have ratted her out when Baker was there. Even when his parole officer was there. He could have,
Yeah.
as far as I'm concerned, he could have fell on the floor like his name was Blanche Devereaux and said, "Oh, she's in the bathroom.
Right.
I don't know how she got in here. I don't know what
Right.
happened. But you gotta help me. You gotta help me, Jordan. Help me."
He
But
could
to know,
he could have took that charge. He could have took a minimum charge and said she slipped something in his drink. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a
exactly, I'd have
small
lied my
price
ass
to
off.
pay. That's a small price to pay. He could have took that little sanction, whatever, 2-3 months for a violation for drinking. She put something in my drink. He could have said, "I thought it was the non-alcoholic champagne." He could have said anything.
He could have actually told somebody
He
else
already
and
know
had
Sheila
somebody else to
did.
tell that Sheila is in his house. He don't. If he too scary, if he too much of a pussy willow, then he needs to actually get somebody else to come in, just like how Steffi did.
Uh-uh.
Have somebody
Mm-mm.
back him up and find out Sheila is there. If he too scary, like I'm just saying, it's the
He
idea.
Sheila's a
No,
bitch
it's
now.
too
He
late
Sheila's
now.
a bitch now.
Yes, he
Yeah,
is.
it's too
She
late.
owns him lock, stock, and two smoking barrels, and she's got him by the balls, and he's not exactly unhappy about that part of it.
He's not
Because he
too
want
unhappy,
that
y'all.
money.
That's the
He
point.
she's his cellmate, and he's the bitch in his own damn house.
She
Basically, where
um
I'm seeing Deacon is Deacon. The only problem Deacon has is that Sheila is wanted and could cause him to violate his probation and go to jail. That's the only problem I'm seeing that Deacon has. He is
Exactly.
enjoying the sex. He's enjoying the sex. Every
Oh
night,
yeah.
Deacon is busting down
Oh yeah. He pussy
multiple
will yeah.
times.
Oh
Let me tell
yeah.
y'all something. Sheila ought to be bow-legged right now. Sheila done got more dick in the past 2 or 3 days than all the women on bowl last year.
Yeah.
Definitely more than
mm,
Brooke had gotten from Ridge.
Well, listen, Brooke has not gotten
Brooke ain't
Brooke
Ain't
got
has
got
not
laid since
gotten
New
shit.
Year,
in a
since
year.
before
She
New
ain't
Year's.
got shit.
Look, we
Lord,
better say
did I ever
ourselves.
did I ever think I said Sheila Carter got get laid more than Brooke Logan?
She is look, Sheila is getting laid, baby, because it was she said, baby, she told Deacon, she say, "Look here, big boy." She say, "It is lunchtime." She say, "I got up and made your breakfast, but it's lunchtime now. You've been sleeping all day, hunty." Now you know she didn't put it on. She didn't what? She got Deacons wrapped around so far up them cookies, them snacks. I'm telling you. She say,
Sheila,
"What you want me to do? Heat it up?" She say, "You want me to heat it up or you gonna eat it cold?" I say, "God damn."
listen, Sheila has got Deacon mind and body. She is she is so cunning that she can manipulate his. Let's just say she fucking him and she's mind fucking him all at the same time.
All at
Deacon
the
don't
same
know whether
time.
he's
Yep.
coming or going, and I love it.
Love
There is
it.
nothing I
Yes.
love more than strong women bossing and owning shit.
What?
And now Deacon is up there, don't know whether he coming or going, pun intended. And
Yeah.
and he just and he's wrapped up. He is tied up in this web, and there is no way out. There is no exit. All the exits are closed. The doors have disappeared, and she got your ass in a room with no exit. So guess what, Deacon? You in it now for the long haul. How did Al Pacino put it in Carlito's Way? I'm out on this boat. I'm here for the whole ride. Okay,
Yeah,
I'm for the
yeah.
whole ride, all the way to the end. I'm out here with she. He is out there with her, and wherever this boat ends, this stop ends. However, this trip ends, he is there all the way straight to the end.
Cause he's deacon, and like you
Yep.
said earlier, though, darling, he thinking with his dick right now. I mean, and his dick is dumb, but that's okay. He wide open because that's what we know and love about deacon. Because that's what these were bold and wine are infamous for this. What they do, they like to change our villains. They like to make
Right.
our villains, yeah, and try to make them good and and it's like, no, like I mean, because they stay loose fans. Like you gotta keep this like this is Deacon. This is
Correct.
Deacon. I've never doubted 1 second that Deacon was going to be, and it did have a lot to do with, them shipping dealer and Daler or whatever, but it was more to that because it was like I can't see them changing Deacon so much to
Right.
where he can be a good enough parent or a potential parent for Dealer. I didn't see it because I'm like, this is Deacon.
Right.
No matter how hard he tries, Deacon is gonna be Deacon because it's that con. I mean, he's good at it. He's a bad
He
boy.
is.
He's a
Deacon has
bad
always been
boy.
a bad boy, and that's
And
how
I
I
think
like my
it's
bad boys. Just like I like my
We like it though. Yes.
yeah, and now it's his turn to get conned.
Oh
But he's
yeah.
getting conned, and just like Darling said, coming and going.
Yes, he
And
is.
he don't know which
And,
way, poor baby. He got whiplash because he don't know. He just
But see,
on
that's
that
what
and
merry-go-round.
tomorrow he gonna probably have a heart attack when Hope show up.
he used to doing that. He used to being balls deep in somebody
Yep.
and getting what he want out of them. So now the script has been flipped.
Who's the
So
bitch
Sheila ain't
now?
got no balls, but she got him on him, and she
You know
trying
Sheila
to get
pegging.
up out of him
Stop
what
it.
she wants.
You know she pegging that man. He ain't gonna get Sheila. He ain't gonna never get Sheila out of bed. He gonna sit there and confess the whole time. But Sheila is pegging him, and ain't nothing wrong with that. I mean, that's where their erogenous zone is. So get in where you fit in. And she has commented several times on the size of him, John Thomas.
Yeah,
She ain't cutting him loose, and he ain't fixing to cut her loose. I want them to get
and
married.
and
Mm,
Vicky over on YouTube said that Deacon is having the best kinky sex of his pathetic life, and I fully
Correct.
believe it.
He
And
sure
listen, even
is.
furthermore to what you said, Bubbles, not only do I want Sheila and Deacon to get married, I want Sheila, Deacon, and Richard Michael Guthrie to have a triangle. I want to see Richard Michael Guthrie gunning for Deacon for laying the pipe to his girl.
Yes,
Oh,
I
I'd invest in that. Oh yes, that is a triangle I will watch because all three of the people in that triangle got criminal damn tendencies. Let it
Yes,
ride.
honey.
gonna be some
There's
good.
no one to root for. It's just to watch and enjoy and love it all.
I have a question now that you said that, Sam. I have a question about Mike Guthrie. What if Sheila go ahead on, say next week sometime? I think Darla said yesterday we don't have our fall sweeps aren't out yet.
No.
But what if we have Sheila go ahead on and break Mike out of jail
Hopefully.
while this is going on with her and Deacon? See, that's how we're gonna get that triangle, Sam. That's how
Mm.
we're gonna get it.
Mm.
Because Deacon don't have to know. And we already know Mike gonna be. Sheila's just gonna tell Mike, look here, because she's always done that when she put that rock wall on his ass or that Doberman
Mhm.
pizza, whatever it was, like she told him, Miss Carter, I'm gonna handle Miss Carter. I'm gonna do what I have to do. So
Yeah,
we
you know
know
what? The
Mike
bottom
gonna
line.
take it.
Yeah, the
You know
bottom
what?
line with Richard
Oh,
Michael Guthrie is that Richard Michael Guthrie stands Sheila Carter. And he
Yeah,
has been
he
standing
does.
Sheila Carter since the goddamn 80s. Now that's some shit that I can invest in.
yes.
Please give me Richard, Sheila, and Deacon.
You know what?
Yeah,
Since
he's a
Sheila,
fool for her, but she can't control him. That's the difference. Like
since
he's absolutely nose
excuse me,
wide open for her. But at the
Mhm.
same time, she can't control him like she's doing with Deacon.
That's
here's
why
what
Yes,
I
she
say.
can.
Since
Are you
Sheila,
kidding me?
since Sheila
Sheila
got,
has
since
made sure.
Sheila. Oh, go
Oh,
ahead,
I'm sorry.
Sam. Oh, well, since Sheila has all this damn money, then I say she need to get her and Deacon, and when Mike get out of, and when she bust Mike out of jail, get Mike the hell out of that little small apartment, move them into someplace bigger, and hey, let's call it Three's Company. Why not?
Sheila got that
Hey,
kind of pull. Sheila got that kind of power. I have no doubt that Sheila Carter could pull off that type of situation where she's got brother husbands in the house. I can see her pulling it off. Bad bitches
hey,
can do this. And let me tell y'all something. Ain't a bitch better right now than Sheila Carter. I'm sorry. Ain't a bitch better right now than Sheila Carter and what she is running on Deacon.
well, Sheila is
I
impressive. She got one man in prison for her for helping her, and all she had to do was kiss him, and now she got Deacon twisted up like a pretzel for Auntie Annie's. Yeah, well, yeah, she's killing the game right now.
So,
I,
darling,
and you,
on what you said, darling, though, you know what? That would be. I can see it. I can see. I don't know if that was your idea or Sam's. Who said it first? Having them all in one house.
Oh, me,
What y'all
yeah,
call
Three's
it?
Company.
Yes, yeah. Having them all. You know how I see that playing out. Mike and Deacon both fighting for Sheila. Because what they're gonna do is they're gonna show they gotta prove each other. One of them gotta X each other out. So they're gonna be the fight won't be with Sheila in both of them. It'll be about her, but it'll definitely be Mike showing her he is her better villain.
well, see
Can
what
we since you
Since Deacon is fighting his feelings for Sheila, he's fighting. He's fighting for his freedom basically. So he's not going
Basically.
to fight for Sheila. But what will happen
Yes.
is that while Deacon don't know it, and while Deacon and Sheila being roomies, Mike Guthrie is out watching, planning, and plotting the demise of Deacon Carter for
That's
vengeance
what Mike
from
gonna be doing. Yes.
can we
Hmm.
since y'all talk about the same house, can we get into this Forrester house and how
you know
it's
what.
full of people, please?
So
'Cause,
should we get
I'm
to that?
tired of
We
Should we
Sheila.
get to that so early on?
we gonna get to that can, but I'm
I'm
I
enjoying
know.
ready.
Seeking
I'm
right
Mike
ready
is
to
now.
sitting
start.
here
I'm
in the
enjoying
background
Seeking.
humming the Three's Company. I'm sitting back here humming the Three's Company theme coming. Knock on
Yes.
the door. Do 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 do.
Let's talk about it. I want to get in a
I'm
little
trying
bit
to tell you,
more.
Sheila and Deacon is giving me absolute life. I am living a soap opera fantasy. Not just Sheila and Deacon, but the Forresters today, Sinn today. I mean, I just can't get over Sheila and Deacon. Sheila has been beautiful all week. Ever since she slipped on that red wig, Jerisa been right on point with her clothing, the lighting, her makeup, her hair. Sheila
Yeah.
is being the vixen that this is
Yes.
the vixen that she always been, and I am in heaven.
And you know what, Sam? I just figured out how it could work. If Sheila can get herself a damn another person mask and wig, she could get Mike ass one too once she busts him out of jail.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Back up. Wait a minute. Can we elaborate on that, darling? Come on.
Okay, so here's the thing. For my okay, because I'm spiraling into my own fanfic of how I want this to work
Yes,
out, so I might as
Right.
well just say.
yes.
Okay, so Mike, Sheila, and Deacon all in the same apartment or house or whatever that Sheila's paying for because apparently sis is balling. Now,
She
the
balled it.
problem is Sheila's a wanted criminal who is supposed to be dead. How
Yeah.
she gets Mike out of jail, I'm not sure. But the thing is, Mike's first instinct is gonna be, I got to get the hell out of here. But he gonna want Sheila to go with him.
That's
He
right.
he he wouldn't want to leave without Sheila. And if Sheila insists on staying, Mike is gonna be, well, shit. I can't. I'm not just leaving my damn woman with this bastard over here. So I gotta stick it out too. But Mike's face is a little bit too visible because if he's been broken out of jail, he's a wanted man too. Well, wherever Sheila pulled that damn wig slash face mask shit out, she can go back and get them to commission one for Mike, so they
That's
could
right.
both be moving around LA freely and nobody
Boom.
not really knowing who they are. And all hope and anybody else who's interested needs to know is Deacon is now roomies with two other people that they don't know. And if
That
they
they don't
happen to
know.
pop by, slip on those little fake masks, and oh, you're my dad's roommates? Why, yes, honey. Miss Blanche Devereaux, yes, I'm your dad's roommate. And Mike could be over there doing his John Ritter impression like this is Three's Company. So guess what? Roll it up. Make it work so they can actually manage to stay in the same place undetected and
Yes, I love it.
without risk of those two going to jail as long as the situation in that apartment does not implode, which eventually it will, but we can have a good old time until it does.
We can, because we're gonna have Mike definitely trying to sabotage Deacon at every corner
Right, because
because
Deacon
he
has his
won't
woman.
hurt. That's right.
Deacon has his woman. Listen, guys, we have
Exactly.
Richard Michael Guthrie that has been wanting Sheila Carter's draws since the damn 90s. I said 80s, but I think it's really the 90s.
It's the
Yeah.
90s.
Yeah, he been wanting her draws since the 90s. And he just went to jail for her. And when he get out and see the Deacon has been laying pipe to her, he is not going to take it lightly. I can
No.
see
No,
him
son.
going for
Not after he
Deacon's
did all
scalp.
the work. Not
Exactly.
after he did all that work, and now he been waiting for Sheila for decades. And it's like they said, if you think I've been sitting out here waiting on this woman answering every damn call she done gave me every time she in trouble just to get aced out by your penitentiary looking ass. Oh, it's on and popping. Hey, bring the trouble, bring the drama. I wants to see it. Because here's the thing. One thing about Bo is that they had forgotten the art of letting us enjoy drama that wasn't necessarily Forrester or Logan centered. And this would be that type of drama.
Correct. That's a come up living for Sheila and Deacon right now. I mean, y'all know I love seeing like nobody's business. Always been a Steffi fan, always been a Taylor fan. But right now, I am absolutely living for Deacon and Sheila. They are giving me everything I need in a soap. They're giving me sex. They're giving me crime. They're giving me lies, betrayal, money, you name it. They're giving it all to me. I want
Hmm.
more. I don't want Sheila to go anywhere. I want her to be Deborah and get used to going out and about in public in that prosthetic. I want her to be among the Forresters and the Logans and the Finnegans and the Spencers as Deborah. I need her to cross paths with everybody in LA as Deborah. I must have it.
She's gonna, because she's gonna be the core. What they don't realize in, where the writing to me for me is going, guys, is that Sheila and Deke and this she can, and then when we get Mike back. But for right now, she can definitely those two. We hoping Mike is gonna come. I mean, I'm really, and I feel like we're on a good. I feel like, guys, I feel like we're gonna get Mike. But they are the core. They are the baseline. I mean, those two shit starters right there is gonna. I mean, they are the ingredients of all of the, the core of everything that's gonna implode amongst the Forresters, the Finnegans, and the Logans, because nobody know what's going on. Nobody know. Everybody thinking Sheila is dead, but
Hmm.
they're gonna be making moves that is going to affect every cast member on this show. And everybody is going to be in the dark. And that's what I love about it. That's what I see coming. So I think last night someone mentioned, so Douglas is the Douglas Thomas, the custody, that's like the A storyline right
That's
now.
the A story.
That's the A story. But, darling, last night I got to thinking after we left the yard, I'm like, that's true. But can we look at it like this though? I mean, yeah, the Douglas Thomas, the custody thing, it is the A story, the top story, but she can. They're the behind the scenes story. I mean, because they could be an A story too,
But
because when they start putting their plans in actions, you hear what I'm saying? They're going
Hmm.
to be interfering, because what Bubba said last night that had me so hurt, and I don't want it. I didn't want the story. I rejected it. But she was like, basically, she this is how she called it: the cake and the ice cream. Sheila's gonna go and get the ice cream for Deacon's cake. They're gonna use, they're gonna scratch each other backs. Okay, you want to be close to Hope, you want to get back in Brooke's bed, I can do that for you. Thomas is in the way right now. I mean, it makes sense. I don't want it because I just want my little Tay Tay home. I am here for the drama, but I'm just so tired, y'all, with the storyline. But Bubbles, what Bubbles said, this is probably what we're gonna get. So can we, so as far as I'm concerned, they are sitting in the same category because they're gonna be making moves that's going to affect like basically like the puppeteer, the puppet masters. You see what I'm saying, darling? Like
Mm-hmm.
basically like the puppet masters, because they're going to be making moves, hoping they won't know what's going on. But everybody, Thomas is going to be getting sabotaged, and Steffi, between the Steffi and Finnegan, Steffi and Finn and Hayes, they're gonna be getting sabotaged. You know what I'm saying? Like all of these things are gonna be happening during the A storyline, but the
Mm-hmm.
B storyline, they're gonna be making this shit happen.
Right.
Well, see,
And the
that's the
thing
thing.
about B stories is that they're never all these stories are never supposed to be completely unconnected. They're supposed to be somewhere in the middle where these stories interlock and meet up at the in the middle again.
They
So
will.
that what you said, Sanchez, would make that very, very probable. If they thought it through that far, I really hope they did. And that we're not just being better writers than the show has. But
I
that
think
would be good.
I think
It
Bubbles,
has
but
to
look,
be.
I think Bubbles may be right, because guess what? At the end of because guess what happened at the last she can see, the last she can see. Well, guess what happened? And that's okay. So we're gonna talk about what happened today with Hope and then the Forrester house. But the last Deacon scene, what we got? We got Brooke sitting up here talking about we're at war, we're at war. And then we got her leaving. We know where she going. I know we finna get into that, so I'm not gonna get into it. But what did Hope do? Hope called Deacon. That is
Mm-hmm.
how what Bubbles said last night, that is what's about to kick that off, because now
Excuse me.
Hope, she got to talk to somebody and she got to cry about it. So she is going to so she called Deacon today, right? The
Mm-hmm.
conversation is going to pick up tomorrow. She going to be on the phone boo-hooing. I said, Douglas, and Thomas hung up the phone. And Deacon is going to instantly go to, okay, we got to get Thomas out the way. And
Right.
that's why I was like, last night, Bubbles had me feeling some type of way. But after that phone call today, I was like, oh, shit, Bubbles, she hit it on the nail, because now Deacon is going to have to figure out because he wants to make his daughter happy. Now Deacon and Sheila gonna be right there to say, because she's right there standing in the room. So she gonna tell Deacon, I can make that happen for you. Boom. What you
Exactly.
got, Bubbles? You still here?
I'm here. I told you.
Just
You
So listen,
that
you
you're
know what,
very
y'all,
valid
though,
point.
that's right. Because I did pick that up today when Hope called Deacon all of a sudden. So yeah, she's going to be telling him, "Woe is me," and he's going to Sheila. Him and Sheila gonna talk about it, and him and Sheila gonna come up with some kind of plan. Because
Yep.
him and Sheila always was poised to come up with plans. Because from the very beginning, when he was in that hotel room with her, bumming off her and drinking her alcohol, he was all willing to wait on all things to crumble around so he can pick up the slack and be the cleanup man. So yeah, him and Sheila getting in together to get what they both want out of a situation. I can certainly see it happening. Now, this is my problem. If Sheila and Deacon go after, well, whoever, I expect Sheila to go after Steffi and Finn, and I'm here for that. However, whatever is going on with Thomas and Deacon, as long as Thomas ends up getting his son in the end, I'm fine with Deacon going after Thomas too.
That's how it's gonna go down. Because the thing is, once it comes out that all of this crap happened, whatever happens, if something happens, and once it comes out that all of this happened because of Deacon and Sheila of all people, it's not just a matter of throwing the blame on Sheila for being a crazy criminal who cuts off her toe and then runs around in a prosthetic mask, spying on her son and his family, etc., etc. It becomes a weight that is settled around Deacon's neck, and then Deacon becomes the albatross behind on Hope's ass. Because the whole thing is, the only reason any of this would happen, aside from the fact that Sheila's a psycho who will do some shit like this, is because Hope went to her dad to cry about her custody issue with Thomas
Deacon.
over Douglas.
Oh
I mean,
yeah.
yeah,
But see,
that he
that's my
would that.
thing though. You know,
Mhm.
you speaking on it, but you speaking on it, darling. We know that that's supposed to happen in soaps when something happens because of manipulations or
Yeah.
wrongdoing, that it goes back undone. But that's not never the case when it comes to Hope. Hope got a whole baby out of manipulation. Steffi got set up with lipstick on the pillow. All that stuff benefited Hope, and she didn't lose shit. So we talking like, yeah, that's the way it's supposed to go. But when it comes to Hope, I always in the back of my mind, it's just like she always end up with
With the
collecting
having her
everybody else's
cake and
stuff.
eating it too. Exactly.
Right. She
That's
always
why
ends
I
up
was
with a lot.
against the what Bubble said last night, Sam. That's why I rejected it. Because I'm like, if that's what happens, my Tay Top may remain in that fucking dingy ass cabin of doom.
See,
That's the, oh, go ahead.
yes and no. It could end up being okay. So let's say that's what happens, right? That Deacon tries to take out Thomas. What's the best way Deacon can do that? That making Thomas look like a complete failure, making him look like an incompetent parent. And the best way to do that is making Thomas crazy. So let's say he gives Thomas something that makes him neurotic or literally makes Thomas start seeing things or whatever else, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So, if that's the case, and then it comes out that Deacon did that, whether that makes Hope look good or not, it's not going to make it, it's not going to sit here and help her case to keeping Douglas in the house with her because now she can't make the case that, oh, Thomas is dangerous and everything like that because you allowed Deacon near Douglas.
And we know Deacon has a history of drugging people. So, like
Mhm.
I said, he is
And
probably
so
going
does
to be
Sheila.
the one to set Thomas up. Sheila can get her, well, she used to be able to get her hands on drugs and things. She might still be able to pull a rabbit out of her head with that. But Deacon, he has a history. Remember, he was out there drugging Jackie and making Massimo watch him have his hands all over Jackie and stuff, drugging people
Uh-huh.
to him. He probably, I agree. Was that Lumi? I agree with what you said. Deacon is more than likely going to slip something into Thomas's food or drink, and it's gonna have an effect on him and make him look like he's coming unhinged. And
Mhm.
and that's how they're gonna try to keep Thomas from getting his boy. Um, yeah, I wouldn't put it past him. I
And
wouldn't.
that's exactly like if they do that, then it's not going to help Hope's case that like Thomas is unhinged or Thomas is unstable. It's going to make her seem even more uncharitable when it all comes out because ultimately Deacon's going to sit here and fuel the fire of her insecurity the way
Yeah.
Brooke does, but he's going to do it with drugs. So ultimately she's going to go around talking about, well, I can't sit here and have my around Thomas. He's dangerous. He's this and whatever. So when it comes out that he's being drugged and everything like that, it's gonna make her look like an a-hole.
Yeah,
Hey
but he
guys, can
will
you hear me?
justify it. Hey,
Hey, okay, so I actually have a different theory. I think that Sheila is going to apply to be Taylor's assistant, and she's going to get the job, and that's how she's going to be close to the family and close to Hayes, and to be able, because she can become
Yeah.
like part of the family.
I love it,
Mm-hmm.
Lumi. I
Yeah.
love it.
That's
I
my
think that's
theory.
Angie.
Yeah, that's my theory.
I
Hmm.
love it, Angie.
I like that.
Very possible. Very, very possible. Because Taylor, I mean, the thing is, we've all been joking about, because one thing I will say is that the show and Krista Allen, they pay attention to what gets said. We have
Yes.
all been shit talking Taylor's non-existent assistant since that heifer was mentioned. She don't do her job, and even Taylor got to the point where she said, "I need an assistant who actually gonna be at her damn desk."
Can I,
So,
can I say why I don't like that? It would be a good idea, but I don't want Taylor to be no more ideas, big grand scheme and hurt her daughter. She already got Beth. Now, the assistant that's gonna take Hayes, I'm not for it. That's
But
all
it's
I ain't
gonna
gonna do.
happen though. I
Yeah,
know
we
Ken
gonna
I
see.
don't
Can.
know
I
what's
feel
gonna
the
happen. We
same
don't know. This
way.
just fan fiction. I'm just saying. I'm
But
not the
okay,
one to
it's
jump
the,
on
We
with
need
it.
it,
it's
Ken
like
Ken.
this. In some way, Sheila is going to. This is the thing. Sheila is definitely going to look for a way to be closer to Finn and his family. Because
Yes.
obsessive people, when obsessive people say, "I just want to be close so I can see them," that's never enough. That's not how obsession works. Because it's never enough. Right now, Sheila's talking like just living in the city of LA, the same city her son lives in. That's enough for her. And living in that little shoebox apartment with Deacon, that's okay. This is fine. This is exactly what she wants, but it's never enough because that's how everything went downhill when she showed her ass up this time last year at the wedding. First, it was
I just
I
wanted to
wanted to
meet
meet
you.
I wanted to meet you. Then I want to see you.
See
I want to
Hayes.
hold my grandson.
Then
It's
it was
never
over.
enough with Sheila. Now,
Exactly.
so we don't know what route Sheila's gonna take in trying to get closer, but she will take one. We just don't know what it is yet.
Or she gonna
Cause
try. I mean, if she
she gonna
doesn't
try
take
something.
Hayes, she's going to try and kidnap Hayes. Now,
Yeah.
what I want is for the drama. I need for her to actually get Hayes so Steffi and Finn can kick into saving their baby mama.
Saving
And
Bo. Yes.
that's the kind of angst I need for Steffi and Finn. I
Yes.
don't want Steffi and Finn to have angst of Finn can't keep his dick in his pants. So if it's Sheila
Yeah.
Carter, really, that's the thing.
No,
If
I'm
it's
with
that's because
you.
I don't
No,
want
I
Sheila
agree
to
with
leave.
you.
I don't want Sheila to leave because I want Sheila to always be angst for Steffi and Finn.
Yes.
Not constantly back to back, but I need her to always reappear to mess with Steffi and Finn because I prefer that over wandering penises.
You know, Sam, Matt brought me around to that. I was having a conversation with Matt on Twitter, and I was just like, oh my God, like this is, Sheila, why is Sheila? It's going to be bad because the first thing I'm thinking is, well, she stole Lauren's baby, and I don't think Lauren got her baby back until that little boy was about 2 years old, huh?
It was a while.
And it was a while. And I'm like, I don't want this. So Matt was like, look at it this way. As long as Sheila is there, the drama, we don't have to worry about Liam. It
That's
won't
right.
be any more triangles. He said it'll be drama, it'll be family drama.
That's right. And
So,
I'm here for it.
and he say, wouldn't you rather it be family drama than Steffi being stuck in these triangles? And I
Yep.
was like, you know what, Matt? Hey, case closed. Like I bought and
No
sold,
lies told.
That like the
bought and
kids
Yeah,
say.
sold.
but they
Like
wouldn't let him keep
the
her.
kids would say.
She wouldn't keep
Um,
Hayes for that long because both the beautiful
Yeah,
fans hate that
I
kind of
don't think
stuff.
they would.
But just
Yeah.
long enough for some angstness, for drama, and long enough for us to see badass Finn like kick in
See,
because he would
yes.
go
yes.
after her.
Those two, can you imagine Steffi and Finn both together
Yeah,
looking for their
because Steffi
son?
already packs her gun, baby, and a knife. We know this.
Right. I mean, and these two love their family. I mean, that's all they talk about after having sex. So now, listen, now I think this is the perfect time to detour into Steffi and Finn. Um, if there are no objections,
No.
No,
No,
there are
no,
no
no.
objections.
if there
But
are
before,
no
hold on,
objections,
one more thing. I do want to say one more thing before you say what you can say, Sam. I've been wanting, remember after Finn got out that bed and Bill was standing up there, and every time Sheila talked, he was getting ready, they had to hold him back because he was wanting to go inside Sheila's head. That's what I want. I want her, Sheila, to have Hayes long enough to see Finn be able to get in, straight parent, mode, and him and Steffi together, and see him really do to Sheila what he wanted to do to her when she had him in that hospital bed. Because
And
because Bill had to they had to grab him 2 or 3 times when they found him in that little room. And that's all I wanted to say. That's it.
And my
Since
last
we
thing on
talking
this
about
too, before we move on, is that's how Deacon is going to get into trouble because at the end of the day, Deacon is going to get blamed for Hayes getting kidnapped because he
Mm-hmm.
knew that Sheila was alive and he was hanging out with Sheila and he knew that Sheila was the assistant. And I think that's the route they're going to go.
And it's gonna make all the
I
more
agree.
dumb in the face because Hope done sat here for a whole 6 months, plead her dad. But my dad has changed now. My dad
Yeah.
wants to be a nice guy. He's got a job and a place to live, and he's a good man. It's my
Yeah.
daddy. I want to be with my daddy, and I don't care what you say about me. It's my daddy. I want
Yeah.
to just come back in her face like, so you invited your daddy into all of these people's lives, and look where we are now.
Can I
Yes.
say
And
something
that's
about
the only
since
reason
y'all
why.
talking about fan fiction? Since y'all digging into it, can I say something about what I think is going to happen?
Sure.
Either way, whichever avenue that they go down, the point is that I feel like it's going to be a revisited version of what happened with Steffi. Steffi, it was the child that got kidnapped. Pace is going to be the child that get kidnapped. Taylor was the one who always believed her child did not die. Her child was just, I don't feel she's gone. I feel her, Ridge. I can't explain it. She's the one that was looked at to be crazy. I think that's what's going to happen with Steffi and Finn. Finn is going to think that no, something has happened with Hayes. We don't know what happened, and he could be presumed dead. It could be something is going to go along that line. I think they're just going to revisit the whole storyline, and Steffi's going to be the one who's going to find her son because she knew all along that he was alive. And I think Finn gonna come in and rescue just like Ridge did and figure it out. But
That
like I
would be
said,
a
it's just
That's
fan
good.
kick-ass story if
That
they
would be
did
good
that.
too.
That
Yeah, that's
would.
good. Can that real good.
I don't think they're gonna do with that when we just got finished with Finn being dead. I don't think
Plus
they're
they
gonna
did
bring
the baby. Plus they did the baby Beth story.
right.
Yeah.
I
Let's
don't
right.
say
You
that
remember
that
that
would
was
be
right
But it
good.
after
would be
they,
a good story.
but that was kind of right after Taylor was proved dead. Okay, I'm done.
Okay, go ahead,
No,
Sam.
but that would be great. That would be fantastic.
So regarding today's Steffi and Finn,
Yeah.
opening up the afternoon with Finn walking out of their bedroom.
Yes.
What was he wearing? Were they pajama pants or were they
And yeah,
shorts?
They was
Because I
like
never
polo,
saw
whatever they
some
was.
boxer. It looked like some boxer shorts, brief
we we
something.
we, we never saw his legs though, or did we?
yes,
Because
we
I
saw
We
never
saw
saw
his
his
You
legs.
saw
pants.
his
They went to the
leg.
floor.
he was
Listen,
wearing pants, y'all.
right, but we
I
don't
always
know if they
check
was
for the
long
view.
as
They was
okay.
paying.
So whatever he was wearing, when he came out of that bedroom, they was all the way down. Finn looked like he was tired. Steffi come flying at the bedroom and attacks the man from behind.
You heard
He comes
JFW? Climb him
flies
like
out
a
the
tree.
bathroom and attacks that man from behind to tell that man that she cannot get enough of him.
Yeah.
Just like Sheila and Deacon.
She can't get
Everybody
enough.
gets some except for Brooke.
That's true.
But
Everybody is getting some except for Brooke. And I love it. What she told Taylor yesterday, Bridge will be recommitting to me any day now.
And the crazy thing about this is because Brooke and Rich have been so much about sex, the fact that Rich is not sleeping with her should let her know that
his
he's
heart is
not
somewhere else,
interested.
baby.
Can we?
She got the papers. Brooke got the papers, but Taylor got her man, baby. I'm sorry. Say what you want. Hate me if you
Oh,
want,
I'm
baby.
a fellow, I'm a fellow Tridge fan. We on the same page.
Huh.
Can we take into account that how it's all been written out to look like Brooke is the new Stephanie in this whole matter? When I say that, I mean like you remember how Stephanie was looked at to be like so too involved in what was going on with Ridge and
Bitter.
his relationships,
Mm-hmm.
We
and
talked
now
about
it's
that last night after you
and
left, Ken.
and now it seems to be like this is Brooke's job. She's way too involved with what goes on with Hope and Liam and everybody else's relationship.
And
I
they
think
But
that's
Let me
really
tell you
Ken,
starting.
something. When Hope loses whatever little rights that Douglas was going to let her keep, it's going to be because of Brooke and Brooke's bad
Yeah,
advice.
yes, exactly. And that's what's going to start the angst is between her and her mother.
But but the thing is, we talked about that last night after you left. But the thing is, the difference between Stephanie and Brooke is that when Stephanie was the matriarch in here, when Susan Flannery was here, she fought for the Forresters and she loved her family. She fought
Yeah,
for what
but
was
that's what
right.
I'm saying.
And she even fought for the Logans, and kept them at a distance. She was fair. She was hard, but she was fair. But what we were talking about last night with Brooke, yeah, it's a similarity because they do have Brooke, even the way they dress in her. You know, they got her in these suits, these pantsuits and blazers, and
The dress
she's
today was
just so
better, thank
bitter.
goodness.
She's bitter and all of that. But the thing is that Brooke is only fighting for Brooke, Hope, and the Logans. She
No,
is
she
married
just
to a
fighting
whole
for herself
Forrester,
and
and
her daughter.
that's
She don't
right.
even
And
give a damn about the Logans. She just
that's
give a damn about herself and
And
her
my
daughter.
daughter, my daughter.
That's it.
that's
That's
right.
all.
So she could never. That's why she could never be a Forrester matriarch because
Oh no,
she's
she's not a
selfish.
matriarch of nobody family, not even her
The
own.
Logans.
I'm just saying, like they really trying to push it. Like it's real kind of ironic that she was so pissed off at Stephanie, like for being so involved and being a hypocrite. She does the exact same shit now with Hope. Like how you get so mad about Stephanie being involved with any and everything that was going on with Ridge and Thorn and Felicia, and you just got a whole problem with it. But this is how you act now when it come to Hope.
To
She
Hope,
doesn't do
yeah.
that when it come to Rick. She never did it when it came to Bridget. And she damn
Just
sure don't do it when it come to RJ. It's only Hope.
Hope,
She's
just like
obsessed
Well,
with
Stephanie
Hope.
did it
She's
with
obsessed
Ridge.
with
It was
Hope.
always Ridge. When
right.
Stephanie was here, it was only
It was more
Ridge.
so Rich, yes, but
That's
you know
right.
she did. At least she did get involved when it came to Thorne, especially when Thorne got involved with Brooke and he mishandled and mistreated Macy. But at least she did get involved with her children more so than what Brooke has done. Her most infamous concentration is always on what happens with Hope and Hope's happiness, and damn anybody else. Fuck
But
what you
see,
want. Is it gonna hurt my daughter? You know.
but see, yeah, but she has to do that with Hope because let's just be real. Hope is like, the
The only
hillbilly child that she
non-Forrester.
gave birth to because
Yeah.
like she literally is the one child where that was born where she literally hurt her daughter
Yeah.
and made her daughter a stepmom and a sister at the same time. And she didn't do it just once. She kind of did it twice,
Yeah, she did.
nearly. So,
No, I feel like her
that's
thing with Hope is that Hope is the only non-Forrester.
Yeah,
And
she's the
so
only. Yeah, she's the only
that's what
one
it
that's the
is.
bastard. Like she's the carry on of the Hogan name. Like
Yeah.
yeah,
she's
and
the
that's
only child that's
why.
still named Logan. Not
But see,
even
that's what
Will
I.
name is Logan.
Yeah, but that's what I don't get. Like, why are you the golden child then?
Because she's a
Because it's
Because
like
mistake.
she's
she feels
she's
like she has to make up for that. That's
yeah.
the only child she brought into this world that she didn't manage to get the Forrester name attached to.
Yep.
And
That
she
she
feels
didn't
like
ruin
she owes
nobody'
her for
marriage
that.
that wasn't a Forrester or a Spencer. She ruined her own daughter's marriage
Well, her
in order
Yeah,
daughter's a
to get that
Forrester.
child.
So yeah, technically she
that
ruined a
that was
forced
Logan.
marriage.
Yeah, that was like self-inflicted, so to speak. And the thing is, even today, Hope is a neurotic person and always has been. So she spins out pretty easily. But today, with her and her mama in that damn cabin, it was a replay of the bullshit that happened in the hospital when Steffi was unconscious. Whatever bad thoughts was going through Hope's head about the situation, Brooke makes it 1,000 times worse as soon as she opens her damn mouth. We're at
Correct.
war. At war, war with who, bitch? I was,
Guys, I gotta
I
go. I gotta go. I'm gonna miss this, but I'm gonna watch it on YouTube, the after show.
was
Okay,
okay.
Angela.
Have a good night.
All right.
I was
Bye.
It's the
wish
part where
Good
she
night.
tries to get some ground. It's the part where she tries to be an adult that Brooke just tells her, look here, stay in a child place and just do what I tell you to do. This is what's happening. That's the part that kills me. It's like whenever she try to stand on her own two little bitty doe feet, her mama knock her ass back down till she ain't ready. Bambi, you are not ready. And
You're
that
not ready
kills
to be an
it.
adult and handle this yourself. Even and that's the thing. I remember I was aggravated earlier this week when Brooke, when she had on that blazer before she went to go see Taylor, and she charged out of the cabin and told Hope that I'm gonna go handle this. I was like, and I said it last night. I said Hope ass should have told her mama, don't go handle nothing as far as the situation is involved. I need you to stay out of it. And I was disgusted with Hope because I was like, girl, you need to check your mama before she makes a situation that's not going well even worse. But then
Right.
you have today, where as soon as Brooke started talking her shit, talking about, well, I'm gonna go ahead and call Rich. Hope actually opened up her mouth and said the
Right.
right thing for 2 seconds. Mama, don't call nobody, because
Exactly.
that's what she should have said.
Yeah, exactly. She should
But
have.
then, exactly, because the bottom line is, and Taylor said it yesterday, this is between Hope and Thomas.
Mm-hmm.
They gotta work this out however the hell they gonna work this out, and you can't get in the middle of it. But of course, just like always, just like when she got through her daughter her old drawers and told her to go sleep with Liam, Brooke always gets the Hope at the end. At the
She
end,
always taps into her insecurity, and she
exactly.
always, she always turns up the volume. Like, she already simmering underneath the pot, but she want her to
Hmm.
boil over because she feels like she under attack. This has nothing to do with her, but she making the
Nothing.
whole situation all about her, and that
And
is that's what's going to ruin her daughter's chances of having a clear understanding when it comes to Thomas, because he's literally trying to be an adult, and he's trying to give her space to have these feelings that she didn't give Steffi she didn't give Steffi the accommodation and the courtesy to come to terms with what the new situation was going to be. But Thomas is giving her that courtesy and giving her the space and the respect, but her mama's gonna have it ripped away from her because she's going to have her do some knee-jerk reaction, and it's going to fuck up her chances of having what exactly that she wants, and that's to be a part of Douglas' life day to day.
exactly. Because Hope, that's the thing. Hope knows that this is not a good situation. Okay. She knows it. She
Mm-hmm.
knows that this is not a good situation to be in. Her and Thomas having all this disagreement, no matter how she feels how it should work out. But the thing is, Brooke's problem is is she's Brooke. So she knows when her relationships are going to shit. So she knows no matter what she tells Taylor or whatever she says, she knows her marriage is going down in flames quietly. Okay, her husband ain't put the stones to her since before New Year's, and it's August. If that ain't a sign your marriage is in trouble, honey, I don't know what to tell you.
But
It's just a matter of
do you
time,
really
Carly.
think she? I'm sorry. Go ahead, Bubbles.
It's just a matter of time until Rich recommits.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Do you really think she think that? I don't think she do. I think she's honestly, God, think that her and Rich are in a course to recommit, and there's nothing wrong with what he's doing. There's nothing wrong
No,
with their relationship because
no.
she no,
She's
because she honest to God. Every time somebody questioned her about it, just like
She
when
in
Hope questioned her,
denial.
she told her, no, honey, oh no, we're fine. When Taylor said something about it, oh no, I have no problem in my marriage. I'm very confident in my relationship with my husband. Ooh, really, girl? But you
She
just
still
in
told me and
denial.
told
denial.
me any minute now. He been there for how long? And y'all ain't quote unquote recommitted. Girl, bye.
She
It's
in
Still
just a
in
denial.
matter
I'm
of
with
time.
you,
denial.
Cancun. You're right.
It's just a matter of time. Reg needs patience.
Yeah,
Brooke has had to fight her way back from another betrayal. She can't do anything to lose Rich's faith in her again.
yeah. That's
Mm-mm.
it. Cause that's all it is. Is all it. She's just giving him time to readjust. She's just giving him time because she doesn't want him to feel unease
Pressure.
about her commit. Right, girl. Bye.
I'm
Since
gonna put
when?
it. I'm gonna put it to
Since
you like
when?
this. The last time there was a relationship on this regular ass show where somebody had to give somebody else time to do something. Liam Blueball ass left Hope in her little pure white dress and was all over Steffi. The last time
Mhm.
somebody had to give somebody time to do this, that, and the third, he went and did it somewhere else with someone else.
Yes,
And
Okay.
Stephanie had
exactly.
to take herself out of the equation because she knew Liam would stall out. Somebody had
Exactly.
to. Steffi knew she was gonna have to choose for Liam, so she
Yeah.
chose to remove herself, and she told Liam and Hope together when she put that ring on Hope's finger.
Hmm.
I refuse to allow Liam to drag me. If you want to sit up there and let him waffle and bobble until he figure out who it is he wants, that's your dumb ass.
Stephanie,
I am not about to allow Liam to keep doing what he has done to both of us for years because my daughter, because Kelly, she will be, I'm going to be a better example for her. She will know
exactly.
her worth. She
Yes.
will know not to let any man decide if she's worthy, if she's worth fighting for, is she gonna be chosen and picked while she's sitting somewhere at home in the bedroom in a corner crying? I don't think so.
Yeah.
And
And
What
that
that's
you telling us,
exactly.
Stephanie?
1 second, guys. Sam's back, and she wants back into the chat.
Oh, okay.
Steffi pulled a Stephanie, and I loved it because that truly is what ended the triangle. She pulled
Exactly.
Well,
her
Taylor,
grandma move by
what
giving the mistress the ring that she had been dying to have since the beginning of time. Go ahead. You done fight gondolas. You done sit up there and fought bears and tigers. Here, girl, have this ring.
that's
Uh-huh. And
right.
have all the memories, all the obstacles that we done went through. Yeah, honey, you sure was there when he thought he was Adam. And yes, honey, he sure couldn't think of nobody but you. Had everything. I don't get no damn.
And that's the thing. Brooke ass should have peeped quick, fast, and hurried to the fact that if there was a Forrester family dinner going on at Eric's house, she ain't get an invite.
She
But
didn't
Honey,
Can
care.
Can, but darling, but she was on to something. She's right though. Like Can started what she was starting to say. What I heard her
mhm,
starting to say is that, it ain't no way in hell Ridge ain't touched her yet, especially since their whole relationship, their whole twine, their whole life, that is what it's been built on is sex. And he has yet to have sex with her. I mean, she can't be this, much in denial. She has to know. You know
She
what
do
I'm saying?
know.
She does know, but
Yeah,
that's what I
she
was gonna
but
say,
she
can.
she don't
She
want to voice it. You know how she told Taylor, she was like, that's the difference between your relationship with him and me. It's because of passion. And girl, you ain't got no passion with him now, so what do that mean?
She said Ridge was her muse. She was Ridge's muse. She know what Ridge is like. Like basically she just called Taylor boring. But
Right.
that's okay. That is why, and so can because you said that. I've said that. We've all wondered. We've sat here right in the yard and was like, is Brooke really that? She didn't notice her husband when him and Taylor got off of that jet from Monaco and stood there in her floor.
She
She
did.
didn't notice that. She did. She noticed it. And
She
even Hope,
knew all that. She knew all of that, and she don't give a damn.
she knows
That's
she
why when
does.
Red
But wait
tried
a
to
minute,
tell that's
Can. She does know it. She does know it. See, that is that crazy we've been seeing. So what Brooke is doing is this is what I see. Look at how she's acting. I mean, Brooke, if come on, we watching her completely
and
unravel.
yeah,
She
true fact.
has
Yeah,
completely lost it, but it's not about Douglas.
nope.
It's really about her losing her grip on Ridge.
Yeah.
You hear what I'm
But that's
saying?
what I'm
So
saying. She
that is
don't
her
care.
last straw. That is her last straw. Brooke, she is completely unraveled. She knows she don't have a. She
I have to
practically
take
has to
on that.
beg Rich.
But that's what I'm saying. She doesn't really care because she think it's just like temporary. It'll pass. Like she told, like, okay, you remember when Ridge first got back and he had been trying to tell her, and she said, "Oh no, you ain't got to tell me now. I understand. You know, no. She
Yeah,
tried
she
to
didn't
do
want to hear it.
everything in the world to get him to stop trying to confess that he kissed Taylor, but he got it out and he told her. That is what sends off her insecurity, in my opinion, because if he gave it voice, if he gave it life and he put it out
You
there,
made it
then
real.
it's exactly.
It's real. I got you. I got you, girl.
I think Brooke is just overconfident. I get the impression from um, Brooke and her uh, reactions to Taylor and Ridge, and all of that. She, to me, what I'm seeing is a woman that is pretty secure. I don't see a woman that's unraveling. I see a woman that is pretty secure in the fact that she ain't gonna lose Ridge to Taylor.
Mm-hmm.
I see
I can
that.
see that. Yeah,
Now
I can see
regarding
that.
Thomas and Douglas, I think that she is concerned there because Ridge flat out told her in her face that he was
Mm-hmm.
for Thomas getting his son and he wanted her to support him. Now she's concerned. You know how she gets. She thinks that she can seduce him with sex, whisper in his ear, talk about destiny, and eventually get him to relent and give her what she wants or allows her to do things like steal his grandson, cover up the murder of his son when he was thought to be dead in a vat of acid, and for ensuring that her daughter did everything. Brooke and her daughter did everything that they could to make sure that his granddaughter Kelly was growing up in a single parent home. So I think at this point, uh, Brooke believes that she can get Ridge to
Mm-hmm.
go along with
Mm-hmm.
everything she does.
That's
Even
facts.
when she does it behind his back. I mean, she went behind his back with the custody thing and they argued about it and he told her ass off about it. But she did it anyway. And what did he do? He put his tail between his legs and came right back to his Logan. Logan has done everything imaginable to Ridge's kids and grandkids. She stops at nothing to be the destruction to
Mm-hmm.
all of his family members. And he's
Mm-hmm.
still there. So
Mm-hmm.
if we're not really getting Ridge to rise to the occasion and lead his family, then he trash forever. What good is he?
But see, I think that you are right when you say that she's confident. She's overly confident, and that is what. See today. Did you see today's episode when she was talking to Hope? And Hope told her, "I don't want you to put your marriage to be the reason in between what's going on with me and Thomas."
Right?
That is like a foreshadowing to me because that's exactly what she already did. Taylor. I mean, Hope didn't really know everything that she has done because she chose to do shit behind her back. Like she
Well,
going to talk.
that's passive aggressive. That's the passive aggressive codependent relationship they have. All Hope has to do is complain about something, and Brooke bends over backwards to see to it that she is happy again, just like a spoiled child. It doesn't matter what it is. Is it another unborn baby's father? Hope wants it. She gets it. She wants
Mhm.
another man's son. She wants another man's son. Hope wants it. She gets it. Brooke will do everything in her power to get Hope exactly what she wants, in spite of Ridge. So now, when Brooke does it again with Douglas, what is Ridge going to do? It's finally going to be the head, the pimple that comes to the head, and the pus is white and it's going to bleed underneath. Because now he has beautiful Dr. Taylor Hayes gracing the screen today in all white everything, looking glamorous.
Did she look
And
good or what?
She did. And
listen,
no pockets
it
in sight.
She
deserves
was
a full
absolutely
15
stunning.
minutes to talk about the gorgeousness that was at the Forrester mansion today. And when I say the gorgeousness, we got a full scene of Sinn and Taylor at their house. Casually beautiful. It was just in the morning. You could tell everybody had just got up. They
Both
was
of them got
drinking
on them
coffee.
cute little ponytails.
Right. Steffi in her little cute little spandex and Finn half dress, and Taylor come down in her cute little white halter top and little sweater thing that just shows just a bit of skin, and her cute little pants that had pockets. So then we go to the next scene where we have our Sinn and Taylor completely fully dressed and changed into a new set of clothing. How special was today? We had the magnificent Taylor Hayes come through the door in all white with her hair up and not her back out, but her décolleté. Did I see it right?
Decollete is right. You had it right the first time.
Whatever,
Decollete.
all out and glistening. Even that miserable bastard Ridge. Even that miserable bastard looked good and looked like a snack today. And he was not insufferable at all.
He was smiling the whole time.
Yes.
But
he was smiling the whole time.
How different Ridge was today. Like y'all, I told y'all that Ridge Forrester is under my skin. Thorsten K. That's just thanks to his magnificent work. He has me wrapped around his finger. When he do bad shit, I'm irate. When he do good shit, I am pleased. I am under his spell.
Am I the only one who looked at Ridge and Taylor when they walked in today and felt like they was going to a wedding?
Did your head on
No,
their
because
coat?
I thought when she looked like, I thought it was Forrester, and I was like, she wearing white.
That's what I said.
Foreshadowing too.
That's what I said, Lumi. Oh, yes.
Stop it, y'all. Stop it.
Yes.
I said,
and you better believe it.
I said, this looks like Ridge and designed Taylor a wedding dress.
So did, right?
Mm-hmm.
And can we take a note and put a pin in it that not one Logan was in the place? Not one.
Oh, I put a tweet out.
Donna wasn't there. Brooke wasn't there. Hope didn't come by. I was just like, oh, so it's a full-fledged
Forrester, Douglas, Maroney, Finnegan event.
Dinner, exactly.
Now, was Donna out shopping? Is that what Eric said?
With Pam.
Donna was out shopping?
Yeah, she left out with Pam, right.
With Pam?
I just do not approve of Pam and Donna being besties. I just don't approve of it.
I don't either. I don't like Pam and Donna being best friends.
I don't either. It's just ridiculous. They wasted all that good history.
Yeah, it doesn't suit well with me. It has leaves a bad taste in my mouth.
It's weird.
It's finally on the topic of Sinn and Tridge today, because they served everything, and so this is what Darling was talking about earlier about tying in these stories. Like, we watching Shelia and Deacon over here, but we know that it's simmering to come to the boil of ruining Steffi and Finn's happiness yet again.
I appreciated seeing
exactly
Douglas with his grandmother. Finally,
and
she's been on script.
Douglas, Kelly, and Hayes.
All her grandbabies in the same place
with Taylor, with Steffi, and Thomas. So both Tridge kids, all three Tridge grandkids, was in the house with Tridge today with Eric and Finn. That's what had happened.
As bad and as horrible as Eric is as the patriarch, I was glad to see that he was there and that he finally was addressing the situation that happened with Sinn, and they say story like to their faces rather than just Pigeon giving a note to Ridge.
And Eric even had a scene along with him and Finn today. Y'all know that Tanner plays the piano, and we know that John McCook plays the piano. I am hoping that we get a scene of Finn and Eric at the piano at the Forrester house. I'm praying and hoping. Now they know, because remember Casey, when I called in and brought that to Casey's attention, he put a pin in that and said he gonna tell Brad. I hope that we get that. Now
that would be lovely.
That would be so sweet.
I just cannot. I'm just thirsting for it. I feel like that would be the icing on. That would be the cherry on top. Right
Ain't
before
nobody
Sheila,
played the piano with Eric in a long time.
Quinn.
That would be so cute.
Quinn always banged the key or two. He always let
Yeah.
Quinn hit a certain key.
Mhm.
That's the one she knew, and I really
Right.
am gonna miss that about Quinn and Eric.
Because that's
I
what he
am
used
gonna
to do
miss
with
that.
Stephanie.
Well, so Stephanie used to stand over the piano with him with the martini. She never
I
really sat
remember
with
her
him and
banging
banged
the
the
key.
key. Not that I can
Yeah,
remember.
I remember her banging the key for one of the Christmas episodes with him.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
one
So
time.
okay.
Right.
So yeah.
One time.
It wasn't all the time like with Quinn, like you saying. Like,
It was a regular with Quinn that she would
right.
always hit that one key. And that's the one she knew, and that's why it was so endearing. It was just like, this the one I know, bing.
Right.
But
Right.
yeah, I'm gonna miss that about Quinn and Eric. I'm gonna have to let y'all go ahead and confess this that I actually shipped Quinn and Eric.
I did too.
So
I
did
like
I.
how long they
I
last.
didn't dislike them
Before
before all this bullshit happened.
reopened for the
Right.
damn Logans, I was there
Right.
for
I
Eric's.
definitely did. I
Exactly.
definitely did because
Okay.
I can't have Stephanie. So of course I always saw Quinn as her replacement. So of course I shipped them.
Yeah, because Quinn
Very much
definitely
so.
had the ruthless streak and the overbearing mom streak. If they would have
Hmm.
let Quinn be the matriarch in ascend as matriarch status over the Forrester family, she could have easily filled the role of Stephanie.
Yes, she
Able to
sure
go to the
could.
absolute dark side, but also
Hmm.
able to be the sweetest and loving person in the world.
And would
But
do
I
anything for her
digress. We
family.
didn't get it, and now she gone. That's our loss. But now we have Taylor. Now I put a tweet out on this. Taylor today appeared to be a matriarch.
She is of the Maroney family. She
I
sure can be.
I agree. And she's
She ain't
acting
got to be the Forrester family
she's
matriarch.
acting like a matriarch. She
Yes.
is celebrating the joy between Steffi and Finn. She is soaking up and encouraging time and relationships between Ridge and his grandchildren and his children. She is now rallying behind Thomas for his quest to be a 24/7 full-time father to his son, unlike some deadbeats on Bold and Beautiful, right?
Mm.
Taylor is truly being a matriarch right now in this day. So when y'all talked about the white dress just now, that it didn't hit me. I was just floored by the beauty of her. But if it is foreshadowing that this beautiful Taylor Hayes is going to be Dr. Taylor Hayes Forrester again. Oh, let's say Dr. Taylor Maroney Forrester. We'll do that.
Mhm.
um
Since they pressed about the Maroney jeans, let's
I
not
can,
leave them
yeah, I
out.
have to always now include that because I don't see it as an insult, and I want
Me
everybody to
neither.
know if they're gonna try to hit me with the Maroney, I'm already celebrating it.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
ain't
all that is
nobody
because
pressed
this
about
is the
that.
way I see it. The way it
That
rolls down wealth wise, Stephanie Douglas Forrester was the only one that was owed money anyway. Eric Forrester had no money, so he was no money. So we have wealth and we have the no money side. Then we have Massimo Maroney that didn't have money, but he wanted to be with
no,
Stephanie
he had
Douglas.
came from
So
old
he went
money
out
too.
and
Yeah.
made his money.
Oh no.
No,
Massimo
Massimo had
came from
money,
old
Greek
money
money,
too.
Greek
His
shipping
daddy
money.
was the first Maroney.
No, no,
Massimo was the second. Ridge is Nicholas is point three.
Listen,
No,
that's not
Ridge
what I
is
said.
hold on,
That's,
because I looked this up. Massimo is Massimo Morone the fourth. You don't have a cereal if you ain't got money. He built his shipping empire, but they was old money rich already. He built
so
his
that
business, but
so
they
you looked that
already
up?
made money. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, because I was under the impression that Massimo Moroni wasn't born wealthy, but that he wanted to be with Stephanie, so he went and made wealth
Mm-mm.
to make
Eric
himself.
was the only one that was broke.
Eric was the only.
Massimo
Exactly.
had money
Eric
and
and
Bill
Beth, that was
Spencer
it.
had money.
Okay,
Exactly.
let's continue the list. On the wealth
2020.
side, we have Stephanie
Yeah.
Douglas and we have Massimo Moroni. Oh, both old money, right?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then on the other side, we have Forrester and Logan, both from the other side of the tracks, no money, that married money.
Trash.
So I see no insult in saying that Ridge, Thomas, and Steffi are Douglas Moroney's Forrester. Douglas Moroney Forresters. I'm good with that. I'm
There's nothing to be.
absolutely fine
This is
with
the
that.
thing. There's nothing to be ashamed of because here's my thing. The only people on this show who have the only person really, and I won't even say it's her. The only person on this show who's ever made it a point to forget somebody's heritage is Brooke because she never wanted anybody to remember her daughter was a Sharp and not a Forrester.
Right.
Okay, so
Exactly.
everybody else they can claim their damn roots. They don't have problems with it.
Right.
Yep,
Right.
right.
Yeah.
Hope
all
never
her
was named. She was always named Hope Logan. And Brooke does what she does, and she transplant and replaces fathers for her kids or other everybody kids. If she tries to do that for everybody kids, but she made Ridge Hope's father to the
Yep.
point that Hope was running around calling him dad. So much so that she had the audacity to tell Steffi in her face that she was jealous of her because dad chose my family over yours.
Yep.
Yeah, but
I
she
wanted to
also did
slap the
that with
taste
Nick
out of her
too.
mouth.
Nick was petty first.
That's the day I never really liked her, but that's the day I started disliking Hope Logan, and that was young Hope Logan. This was even before Liam was on the scene. So my
Yes, it
dislike for
was.
Hope runs deep and long,
This
right?
is when they were
Yes.
still sniping over each other about Oliver.
Right, and all the petty stuff that Steffi used to do to rib Hope, and those times, Steffi wasn't in love with nobody. She was out to wreak havoc on Hope and all the Logans for that matter. I championed that shit at the time, and I stand by it today. I
Yeah.
loved it.
Not to
Yeah.
mention, it was a complete and utter insult to Steffi, and I felt on this when anybody would try to refer to Hope as her sister. It used to
Yes.
drive
Yeah,
her
and
up
she
the
had a
damn
sister
wall.
named Phoebe.
And that's
Exactly.
what she told people. I had a sister. That was my sister. She was pointing to a
Exactly.
picture of Phoebe once. My sister's dead. Don't be calling that. She was basically, don't call that bitch my sister.
Right.
No.
Right. It was
Because when she
disrespectful.
was trying to be sisterly to her by doing what she did with Oliver and even with Owen, she was pulling a card so she can see, and she always took it the wrong way. Just like the rest of these Gondorians. They took it like she was trying to be with these men to one up on Hope. No, this is not what you want. You think he finna be your crown prince. He not. He wants sex. This is what you don't have to offer. And the same went for Liam, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
But
There's
did I
no
miss
lies
the
there.
part, guys? Did I miss the part where Ridge wanted to buries Brooks Sinn because he called because he referred to Hope as the
The
family
The family
stain. Did I
the
miss
stain,
that
yes.
part?
stain.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
The
The
Brooke,
stain on the
Hope,
stain.
family,
yes.
that's what he said that they were going to print up in the press
The
Yes,
about
because
her.
he was
stain.
trying to keep that from the press because that was Brooks' worst scandal.
The
Yep.
So
stain
Hmm.
on the Forrester family name.
that's
The
right.
stain on
Right.
the family name.
That's
The
right.
stain on the family name.
One
And
more
they still
time.
took her in. And they still took her in.
Right. And
Well,
that
you
and
So
that's
see,
the
it
because
thing.
really
it was
wasn't no
That
both.
was just
stain. It was
that
just
was
in her
It,
brain. That was just, Stephanie welcomed her in first. Anytime you sit up here and you bring a child in the world and you see them come into their first breath, you're going to love them. She loved Hope. And my whole thing is that Hope let her mama get to her, and that changed her relationship with Stephanie because she saw that she was turning into Hope. I mean, to Brooke 2.0 and going after her granddaughter. But
Mm-hmm.
and see,
she
and that's
didn't.
the thing. What you just said about Steffi, about Steffi and the whole issue with Oliver and these other dudes, because that's the thing. Steffi told Hope the truth. She was like,
Mm-hmm.
Oliver's not a boy. He is a
Yeah.
man, okay? And
Mm-hmm.
he wants what a man wants. He wants
Correct.
sex. You
Yep.
are not, you are nowhere near ready to give him
Mm-hmm.
that. So,
Yep.
be realistic. Understand that that's what he wants. And what happened? Not because Steffi seduced him or
Right.
lured him. Oliver ended up screwing Brooke up
Yep.
against the wall at the graduation party thinking it was Hope because that's what he wanted. He wanted sex with Hope. And Hope even said it. how could you possibly think, if you even knew me a little bit, that I would want to do something like that? Because
Yeah.
that wasn't in Hope's repertoire. That's not who she was as a person.
Right.
So my thing about all that was that, and at no point in time did it ever occur to anybody to tell Steffi back then was that, you were kind of right about Oliver to begin with. Like,
Of course
okay,
not, because Steffi supposed to been jealous.
Right.
She hate Hope. That's her enemy. They're rivals and this, that, and the third. When every step along the way, she has been trying to help the girl. Way more than what they have been trying to do to her. They have been doing nothing but sabotaging her entire life. And all she do is just try to help Hope get out of being in her mama's shadow, because that's what she knows she is in fear of the most.
But let's go back. Let's back up to Oliver and that whole scene against the wall. When Brooke got her hands on Oliver, she called him Ridge. Didn't she? And Oliver just went along with it. Oliver knew.
Oliver wanted some pootie tang.
Oliver knew that was Brooke. He knew good and god doggone well that was not Hope, because she called him Ridge.
No, she didn't.
I don't think that she said that to him
I
where
could
he
have
can
sworn
hear
she
it.
said, Ridge, is that you? Why you so quiet? Why I feel like, unless I feel
I'd have
like
to go back and watch, because that look on Oliver's face was really shock.
He didn't know that was Brooke until Hope came down the stairs, and he turned around and looked, and Brooke came through the door and took her mask off. That's what he knew it. But the only thing that she said to him was, "I'm ready." And the reason he took her out there to have sex is because Hope told him, "Well, when I'm ready to have sex with you, I'm going to say to you, I'm going to tell you that I'm ready." He took that shit literally. Like, he took it literally. I think what she was saying was, when I'm ready to have sex, we'll sit down and I'll tell you. I don't think she meant, I'm going to whisper in your ear at my graduation party that I'm ready so we can go outside and have sex on this balcony. The only innocent party in that whole mess is Hope. She's the only one that is without blame and all of that. Everybody else got blamed. Ridge got blamed for putting that damn idea in Brooke's head. Brooks got blamed because she didn't know a 20-something-year-old penis from a 40-some-year-old penis, 50-some-year-old penis at the time. And Oliver for thinking that a high school girl is really going to want to sit out here. I already covered that, but this bears repeating again. He was wrong for thinking that Hope would want to do some shit like that. And she was just graduating high school.
Yeah. So regarding that that dinner today, Electra Storm over there in the YouTube did bring up how adorable it was, how Douglas and Thomas and Douglas, Thomas, Ridge, and Eric talking about the jigsaw puzzle.
Yeah. Who taught you how to do it though? It's so cute.
Exactly.
That was a good day.
It was cute. And that's the thing. And see, here's the thing. I'm gonna go ahead and say this and get this out the way, because y'all know how I feel about Rich Forrester raggedy ass. I'm sitting at the back of the bus. I'm still on my tablet, waiting to see where we gonna go with all of this. But at the end of the day, today's family dinner is part of exactly why Ridge's marriage to Brooke is such a huge damn problem for everyone. Because they can't have moments like they had today with Brooke on Ridge's arm. They don't exist. When they have their families get-togethers for Christmas or for Thanksgiving or shit, it's always the same grin and bear. We're gonna pretend we like each other because it's the holidays shit, okay? It's sitting across the table from somebody you know you can't stand and who would drop your ass off a cliff at a moment's notice if they could, but we're gonna bury the hatchet because it's the holidays and we're quote unquote family and we need to act like it. But the thing is, but things like today where they all just get together spontaneously. This was no long-term plan thing. Eric was in a giddy mood because Thomas and Douglas spent the night and they had such a good time. And it was like, you know what, we should do an early dinner and get the family together, get the band back together. And it was like, okay, well, let everybody else who's in LA who should be here, is over in Malibu. So I just got to call over there. Though I will say I wish they would have invited Zende, but that's another story.
That's a big
Um,
story.
I'm gonna get. We can hit on that as soon as I finish saying this. And so it was so nice and stress free and aggression free when everybody got to that house and started talking. Eric was talking to Finn and them having a real conversation since Finn came back from the
Yes,
dead.
yes.
All these nice interactions that we
It
don't
was
get.
beautiful.
Exactly. And then you had Ridge when he was sitting down talking to Taylor while they were both drinking, and
Yes.
he said that, what did he say? He said that you make me feel good,
You
I
say you
believe.
Yes.
know what
You
else
make
makes
me
me
happy.
happy?
You make me
You.
happy. Exactly. Ridge can't have the kind of happiness he had today with Brooke on his shoulder. If there's a conflict between Brooke, anything that's going on with any of his children or with Taylor or his grandkids and anything in Brooke's life, that's a
Which is
whole lot of people.
100% of the time.
Speak
Exactly.
on it.
You got that. That's three damn generations of people who have to avoid conflict with Brooke Logan at all times for Ridge to have any peace in his life. It is pathetic.
And it ain't just, and it
That's
ain't,
what Bubble said last night. Bubble said that when she was like, when we talked about Brooke, if they were trying to make her, the way she dresses and all of that, if they trying to push her in there with Eric, and Bubbles made a good point. She was like, "No, I believe Eric. He don't want no more Brooks drama. At his age, he's content." He got his little bimbo or, his little honey badger, whatever, however we're going to refer to Donna.
and you heard what he said about Donna today too,
Yeah,
didn't
she was
you?
shopping
Yeah.
with them.
No, no. He said, she's a gift.
He
Donna's,
did. He did say that. He did say that. He
Donna's a gift.
definitely said it. Because I remember
So
saying last night that he was gonna grow tired of her, but not according to today's dialogue.
no, and
Yes,
I told you that last night. Eric
yes,
is
she
So did.
did.
somebody who is willing to lick honey off his pickleballs for the rest of his life, whether his Tweety bird flies or not.
I think you're right, Bubbles.
And then
You're right
he's not.
You
because
were
even
right, Bubbles.
with
Yes.
all the way he has them impotent problems all the time, and he got a person that got some honey that can get it up, he's not gonna let that go ever.
Yeah,
He's not
And
trying to be in
he's not
competition
going to
with
have any
Ridge anymore,
problems.
too.
and
If he go with Brooke, he know he would have to be in competition with Ridge again, and
exactly.
He not interested in being in competition with Ridge anymore. Been there, done that.
So
Exactly.
since the running theme has been everybody getting laid but Brooke, Steffi is getting laid. I mean, by strong dick because Finn picks her up like a damn feather.
Oh, he did again today.
Can you see? He does that. I
Hmm.
mean, literally, he just picks her up, just
Like nothing,
freestanding.
girl.
Like in the way he was holding her up when on that love scene. I mean, literally. But we did say it was her too because she do got those thighs. But yeah, anywho, Steffi getting her back broken so much so that the dialogue is canon that she can't get enough of the dick.
Yes, she said that.
Hope is in the cabin, buffing the cabin floors on a regular basis, scissoring with Liam. Sheila is draining Deacon dry
Yes,
over there at Olive Garden.
yes,
Eric is getting his balls pickled in honey.
yes.
But Brooke ain't got laid in 2022.
Yes.
Let's
That's
say that
right.
again.
That's right.
2022.
Because he moved out. Yes. All that happened at New Year's. Yes.
And it had been a while since they had did it before New Year's too. I remember the last time because they tricked us and gave us, we were expecting sin sex and they gave us bridge sex, but we
That
did
was
get
right
this.
before he left on that flight.
Okay,
Yes.
so then that was before new. Okay, then there it go. Balls. Ridge's balls is tight than a mother. I mean, they all
Please.
his scrotum is all the way in his belly.
Yeah, he that's why I keep trying to
Look,
throw it at Taylor.
Taylor gonna be in a wheelchair after this. I'm so sorry, but Taylor gonna be in a wheelchair after Tridge love scene,
Uh,
and I'm here
So
for it.
listen, guys,
Blaze said that
rebuilding.
Krista be talking about she got raccoons up there and it's been so damn long. So Ridge may be the one that be in a full body cast in the wheelchair.
Right.
They both gonna be. They gonna be
Right, because
side
you
by
know what,
side.
y'all ain't lying, but you know Matt Henvey, he always makes me laugh, but he be on point with some shit, and he is 100% making the point that Taylor is horny, right?
Well, can we
And
really
Taylor,
blame her
I
at this
agree
point?
100%. Taylor is horny. She told Brooke yesterday, just yesterday. That's how they used to say it in the country. Just yesterday, that she didn't need Ridge. She wants him
She want him, honey.
to be
Yes,
That's
happy,
a, do
but
you
she
she
understand
said
does
you
not
how
need
different
him.
that is?
No,
want
no,
him.
no, Sam. She said you need him. I want him.
Now listen, we talk about subtext. Krista is giving it all. She
What?
is
Yes,
horny.
she is.
She
Yeah,
wants
honey.
Ridge, and
Yeah.
and just like Taylor told her, I've always been honest with that about that. I want better for Ridge, and I don't think it's you.
It ain't you, bitch. It
I
ain't never
mean,
been you.
I stand a truthful and bold queen.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? So now we got all of them getting
Mm-hmm.
laid except for Brooke, Ridge, and Taylor.
Yeah, and it's the whole point that she could have been got laid when he was staying up there in his daughter house. But she
But
pumped
see,
the brakes on it. She could have done
Yes,
got that
right,
2-3 times
because
by
she's
now.
still a queen. Because she's still a queen. That's right.
Exactly.
and she know her worth.
Exactly.
And
It
she
ain't
That's
that he
now
right.
don't
we
want
already know.
to.
We surprised that Brooke ain't already put on the lingerie. We are all shocked that she has not already put on the lingerie
I
to
know,
get
especially
Ridge
since
in
that
bed.
ankle back together again.
But that
Now,
might be
Bridge
the
would have.
reason why we haven't got it because of that doggone. Because the last time we seen Brooke in lingerie was New Year's Eve.
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you, Ridge looking for some moo
That's
sex,
right.
honey.
Yes,
That
y'all ain't
moo sex
lying.
that he want moo
We
sex.
haven't seen Brooke lingerie since New Year's Eve.
He done had lingerie. He want moo now.
Right.
So listen.
She got on
So
a
I
t-shirt with
mean,
holes and some shorts.
Yeah, oh yeah.
so listen. So what we gonna get next? So Sheila's going to attack the Forresters, and that's going to bring Ridge and Taylor even closer. I mean, the joyous reunion of Steffi and Finn already had them kissing in Monaco. I mean, when they overcome or whatever this challenge is with Sheila, can you imagine how Ridge and Taylor gonna light up the sheets?
What?
We
I
know we're not
can.
gonna
I
get
think
either
it's
I
one
gonna
of the
happen
kiss.
can.
before
The
then.
kiss was just a prelude to the those two lighting up a bed somewhere.
But Sam, it's been many kisses. It wasn't just a Monaco kiss, baby. I'm telling you, look, I've been tweeting. It was the whole, it was everything in between for me. Those two made those hospital scenes and just laying around Steffi's house and just look, I've been eating that shit up. I mean, I don't know about
Especially
anybody
the
else.
coffee.
Hold on. He
Especially the
bring
coffee
her
in the morning.
coffee in the
That,
morning
yeah,
every
but
That's so
morning
that
sweet.
for breakfast. How
that
you
Yep.
has
how
been
you
Steffi
hot,
said
y'all.
how you
Steffi
still know how I like my coffee? He
Right.
Steffi
bringing her coffee every morning.
And my
Yes.
Steffi did say that
and
he
her
wakes
cinnamon
up.
muffin.
You know what I mean? It's that now that's what you call people knowing people's love language. Like he knows Taylor's love language by heart. So it ain't always got to be about sex with Taylor, and he know that it's the in between and the before.
It's foreplay, guys. It's
Yeah,
foreplay. That's what we've been getting between Tridge. It's foreplay, and I mean, they both of them. They on the verge, guys. I'm telling you. When we get Tridge sex love scene, look,
It's gonna be
look,
explosive.
It's
look,
gonna be so passionate.
Bob,
Because remember, Brooke,
TVs are
remember
gonna
Brooke,
melt.
yeah, because remember Brooke
Bob.
made it a point to tell.
TVs are gonna blow up because some people gonna be throwing shit at them. I'm gonna just be sitting there going,
But
We knew this
we
shit
know
was
where
gonna
you
happen.
could be at, darling, because we know how you feel about Ridge. But Bubbles, I just want to hear my Tridge fans in here. Cause Bubbles, tell them what it's gonna be like with Tridge love scene. Tell them.
You know I'm not a real Tridge fan. I just
I
accept it because that's what Taylor like. But
I
they
know, I
gonna knock
know.
out the Wi-Fi. They gonna knock out everybody's Wi-Fi. We ain't gonna be able to watch it. Shit's just gonna be
It's gonna be a power surge.
Look, Bubbles, I know you're not a Tridge fan, but look, stroke my ego, okay? Stroke my ego. Yeah, gas me.
Brooks Logan senses are gonna be tingling from across town. Something is going on with Reed. I don't know what it is, but it just doesn't feel right.
Yeah.
I don't know
No,
though,
no,
y'all.
no,
I
no,
have
no,
a.
no, Bubbles. It's gonna be more like
Can y'all hear
something's
me?
going on with Ridge. He
Can y'all
seems
hear me?
Yes, I
We
hear
hear
you,
you.
Sam.
Okay, I was beginning to wonder.
We hear you, Sam. Go ahead.
No, y'all go ahead. I just was making sure.
I was actually saying that I was like, no, it's not gonna be like that, Bubble. It's gonna be Brooke's gonna be across town and she's gonna be feeling Ridge. She's gonna be like, I feel something. It's Ridge. He feels
He's
happy.
draining. I feel his balls draining.
She could call no. She could call the. She could have to. Is it an earthquake? I mean, and is July is over? We in August or September possibly. I mean, was it the 4th of July? What happened? Did a rocket go off in California? I mean, what I'm telling you.
What's that old saying? It was like they hit the ball out of the ballpark. They reached for the stars. It was literally like it was literally like the stars aligned and the moon came into focus. Everything's gonna happen all at once.
They hit a grand slam, baby.
Or worse
I
yet,
want to hear
she
what
going
Sam was trying to say because she been trying to say something forever.
Go
Like what
ahead, Sam.
I don't remember now.
Oh shit.
I know how I feel.
you said I heard you. I heard when you was getting trampled up in the voices. You was saying about Tridge that you think something about Tridge. That's what I heard.
Well, I can talk about Tridge because I am a fan because I literally was a Taylor fan from the beginning. Always was Taylor first. So, regarding Ridge, I don't believe that he is going to end up cheating on Brooke. I
no.
believe that because, I think that somebody was saying that, Brooke was going to be wondering what happened after Ridge screwed Taylor. I think that Ridge is going to flat out end it with Brooke. So
Yeah.
Okay.
let's put it this way. We all know Ridge said he was tired. Taylor repeated this week that Ridge is tired. Ridge moved out of the house and moved in and made ties with Taylor. He made bonds in the home with his family because he hasn't been in the home with his family like that in decades. He talks about and reminisces and has stated on more than one occasion he misses it at the Cliff House.
Mm-hmm.
He misses being with his family. He is happy being with his family, and being with his family and Taylor makes him happy. This is canon now. This is canon now. Ridge has not, when Ridge moved out of the Cliff House, didn't go home. He went to Eric's house. He hobbled home to a broken ankle. Ridge has not put his wedding band back on his finger.
Right.
Ridge cannot stay away from Taylor. He loves the smell of her perfume. Ridge did not invite Brooke to the family dinner today. Taylor was on his arm.
Facts. And they was acting
I
like
do not
teenagers.
believe that Ridge is going to quote unquote cheat. I think that Taylor has got so much class that they not gonna have him do dirty. I think they gonna have him tell Brooke that it's not working. He isn't happy, and he just wants to be happy, and he's going to end it with her. And he
I think you're right. I think you're right, Sam. But I think Rich has a problem with misguidedness. Like he is on a high right now. So I see him breaking it off with Brooke, but I think he's gonna go back to her first, and something's going to
One
happen.
more time.
Right, something's going to
Mm.
happen. He's going to cement it's over. It's definitely over. Because see, I done came here on a high, and you done it. I can't.
He
Right.
trying to be
Deacon is
right.
still in town. Deacon
Yeah,
is still
honey.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's gonna happen. But Sam, I think I know where you left off at. You were talking about when Taylor yesterday's scene when Taylor told Brooke, I don't you need him. I want him. That's what you was leading up to.
Yeah, she said Taylor said she doesn't need him. Taylor was
Mm-hmm.
saying that she didn't need Ridge, but she said I don't need Ridge. I
Cause
want him
I want
they
to
like
be
to
that.
be
happy.
happy. Then she added the to be happy. But she was clearly letting Brooke know she wanted him. And when
Oh
Brooke said,
yeah.
"Oh, I see you trying to get in between," and she said,
Mhm.
"I've never denied that I wanted better for Ridge." I mean,
Swear.
so that's just facts. So now I feel like this is where we going story wise because I still believe that there's going to be a big lead up. So what if this is fanfic? What if Ridge ends it with Brooke? This is all before November. This is all
Mm-hmm.
before let's say it's all November, just all this time. Ridge
Mm-hmm.
leaves Brooke, goes to Taylor, proposes. Don't even get the cookie before propose. This would be high key everything for me. That he leave Brooke and Taylor says no to the ass until it's a ring on the finger. There's a wedding at the Forrester Mansion with Taylor with her white today. Could be a preview of Taylor at the Forrester Mansion
Oh my
wearing a
goodness.
Forrester original that Ridge designed. Here
Oh,
comes
hold
Evil
on. I
Sheila.
got chills.
Here comes Evil Sheila, just like
Oh
when
my God.
Sheila shot Taylor and Brooke at the Forrester Mansion. This could be the
Oh,
build up to November sweeps for Sheila to basically do what she did back then in the 90s. Now, listen, what would always be the catalyst? It's always Hope and Dan Brooke. Just like last time, it was Brooke
Mhm.
interrupting Taylor about to get through to Sheila. She was getting through to Sheila to put the gun down and don't
Mhm.
look for Brooke's ratchet
Yep.
ass to put a hole in her. But
Mhm.
then Brooke comes traipsing her ditzy ass through the door and happens upon it and drops the baby bottle and
Right.
runs off. So now if we get the Tridge wedding, somebody that whatever, Sheila is the gun goes off. The question is who gets shot. It damn sure better not be Taylor, but guess what? It
It
could
better
be.
not be Finn or Steffi either. They already took a bullet
It
this year,
can't be
damn it.
Finn and Steffi. It
Donna,
can't be. It
It
can't
Donna.
be
could
because
be
this is
Eric.
this is where we talk about coming full circle because we all know that Tridge would still be together and happily ever after had not Sheila shot and killed Taylor.
that's
So now,
right.
if it comes back around this time that Sheila does shoot Taylor, of course Taylor won't die because Belden already did 3 back from the deads in 8 months. Finn, Lee, and Sheila. So there's no way he gonna do another back from the dead for no time soon. So if this be the catalyst for Ridge to literally see and become the patriarch that he's supposed to be over the Morone family, I'm all here for it.
And
Oh,
what
Sam.
can
I
I
actually think
put
it should
something
be
on
either
that?
Adonis
Can
or
I put
Tom. Hmm? Oh, go ahead.
I was saying, can I put a little drop in that? What if Ridge's last design is design for Taylor's dress for
And
the wedding?
and and, and we all find out that Taylor has been his muse.
Yeah, all
This
along.
whole time.
All
My
along.
God. Oh my God. Sam, y'all, I got chills. Wait a minute. I mean, I got chills because look, I think it was Bubbles that said this maybe a month ago when I first started coming to the yard. Bubbles said this, and I've been waiting on it to happen. Bubbles said, Brooke is about to find out that Taylor is Ridge's destiny and not her.
Yeah, amen. Because he never calls Brooke that. Brooke is the only one that says that. Whenever Ridge have said, I remember him said it one time. He said, "Because we are destiny, right?" That's what he said. He never calls Brooke his destiny.
You
That's
know,
always been Brooke's title.
the crazy thing about it is, like, if you do that and go full circle with Sheila holding a gun to, Taylor or all the guests at the wedding again, the this could all go like correspond with everything that's going on with Sheikah as well, because then you could do like instead of her shooting, say like, okay, so the gun goes off, you could do like she shot Thomas instead. And since at the time when Taylor got shot, right,
Mhm.
when the funeral happened, Thomas was the one who overheard his grandpa, because Brooke was hanging all over, Ridge at the time.
Mhm.
And that, made Thomas speak up and say, "Get away from my dad. You didn't like my mom," and all this other stuff like that and everything. So it kind of comes
Mhm.
full circle with Thomas being the child that spoke up during that time, and him being the one in the hospital, and also with the whole custody battle with Douglas going on. And if Deacon, like, is drugging him and everything, because then it can come out while he's in the hospital that he was being drugged,
Or
with these episodes. And it could also bond Tridge further, making Brooke, driving Brooke even more insane.
Yeah, she already
see, but you
halfway
know what?
there.
While you own that, Lumi, so mentioning Deacon, what if, because we all see Deacon is going downhill fast. What if Deacon's redemption is that he takes the bullet?
That could work too.
And Sheila could end up shooting Deacon and saving Taylor, because now Deacon likes Taylor. He considers Taylor a friend.
Yeah.
Maybe he interrupts and he wrestles the gun away and he ends up getting shot instead of Taylor.
Girl,
Yeah, but I
I'm just
want
can
playing
you
out all I'm
imagine how
saying, because
pissed Brooke
listen,
would be?
but
Oh my
listen though,
god.
this come full circle to two things. We were reminiscing back to when Sheila shot Taylor and Brooke, but we can even go back to just last year at the wedding, Steffi and Finn's actual wedding. Sheila crashed Finn and Steffi's actual wedding. I could see Sheila crashing Tridge's wedding with a gun because she ain't got nothing else to lose.
Shit,
I could
what if
see Deacon. Mhm.
I was gonna say, what if it's Ridge and Deacon both get shot?
Oh my God, I still got it on my TV screen because y'all know I play the bold and the beautiful when we doing the yard with the
But
mute off.
see, I don't want Deacon
So
to get shot because I want my prison baby. It's just like,
well,
okay.
Deacon getting shot. Sheila could be pregnant right now. He could still take a bullet, and he don't
Yeah, but I need
necessarily.
him to be alive so Hope
You
can
don't
sit
have to
here and
die.
be like, "Dad, what was you doing? Why
That
are
would
you
be his
sitting over there
redemption. That would be
slobbering all over her knob?"
that would be his redemption. He wouldn't die. He's going downhill fast. I mean, the only thing that he could do at this point to redeem him a little bit is to actually save a life. I mean, what else can he do? He ain't turning in Sheila.
True.
He's not gonna do that. But to take a bullet for Taylor, or to take the bullet for Ridge, or to take the bullet for Brooke. I mean, he could take a bullet for anybody, because Brooke wouldn't be at a Tridge wedding, so I take that back. Brooke, the Logans wouldn't be there, so he would be taking a bullet for a Forrester, and that's
You
how
know,
he would get accepted by everybody, because Brooke and Hope already accept Deacon. So if Deacon take a bullet for a Forrester at a Tridge wedding because he's on to Sheila gonna do something crazy at this wedding, that would be Deacon's redemption. He wouldn't die, but he would be the hero now to the Forresters. And then Hope would eventually get her way because she always does anyway, right?
It could be for Thomas. You're right, Sam. Deacon can take the bullet for Thomas.
Any
I mean,
he could
because
take the bullet for literally anybody in the Forrester
but if
family and it would
they
work.
do this story to where Deacon is, Sheila and went got some pills, for Thomas, and they, doing that. If it goes that way, if we get that storyline, I can see Deacon taking the bullet, for Thomas, just for, because it was his, basically he put it in motion, you know.
Right. And
Mm-hmm.
Thomas is Douglas's father, and they could tie that into he was ultimately looking out for Hope to make sure that Thomas and Douglas or whatever, who knows? But it could be his redemption story if he took a bullet at the Forrester mansion at the Tridge wedding. Can we manifest that?
could work, and then
It could have.
also
It
he
could
could go
work.
into a
I
coma while
don't
while
I
he's
don't
ushered
know.
off.
I don't know. Can we not have it at the wedding at the Forrester Magic? Because I'm reading what Electra putting up. What's that? Electra? No, Vicky putting up about that damn horse coming in and interrupt another Tridge wedding. I need them to go get married on an island somewhere, a destination wedding.
Okay, so now you living in the past. Now you
No,
living
I'm
in
not
the
living
past.
in
This is new
It's
Tridge.
supposed to be fan fiction. How is there rules for fan fiction?
This is new
Well, I
Tridge.
mean,
That's the
well, I
kind of
mean,
And
let's
the
be
rules
real.
are
Why
Brooke
is
funny.
did
there
try.
rules?
Brooke did try to stop at least 2 Tridge weddings in her lifetime, though.
But it's new trends, can that's why we can't. We
new
don't want to
Tridge.
watch
If
rich
we
repeat.
think if we manifest in what we get, and we get it, look like we
I
get it.
still
And go to
think
our
it's gonna
theme
be a
music. It
breakup
ain't hit
first.
10:01 yet, so I'm gonna let everybody say good night.
Oh, that and a reminder: tomorrow is Matt Atkinson and Scott Clifton on Bold Live this week, so we will
No,
not
that's
be in the
Friday.
yard tomorrow
Today's
night.
Wednesday. That's
Oh
Friday.
God, why did I think today was Thursday?
I don't know why
I
you
wish
thought
you
that.
was
Okay,
right.
don't pay no attention to me. It's
I
Friday.
wish you was right. Well, it's been fun, you guys. Thank you, Bubbles.
But wait a minute, before we go,
Girl,
I want to say this. I want to say one more thing, Bubbles. One more thing, just one more minute.
you
I
got
want to go back on. I want to
you got
go back on Sam fan fictions. I want to manifest this. I like the idea of either Ridge or Taylor getting shot so Ridge can realize how much he stains Taylor and not Brooke. That's it.
Okay, and on that we're gonna end.
Night,
Tomorrow
night, guys.
I'll circle back around to Jacob Young and what his interview was today, but I didn't get a chance to do that. But
Yeah, we didn't
don't-
really get to talk about Sinn either. We're gonna talk about that tomorrow night too.
Well, I'm gonna start writing an agenda and we're gonna stick to it.
Okay,
But I'm not
that's
ready
what
for
I do.
that. But that's coming with the changes that I'm making to the show. I take notes on everything and the changes that I want to implement will go into effect. I was gonna say September the 1st, but we're too close to do it. So probably at the beginning of the year, the entire scope of this show is going to change. So I appreciate you guys for being here at the Genesis. But we got a long way to go, but we'll get there. I appreciate you guys coming and spending your time with me this evening. The people over on YouTube, Vicky, Electra, Louisa was here. I can't remember if we saw SB Ryder tonight or not. She might not have been here. Vicky was here. Thank you guys in the yard, Can Darling, Sam, Lumi, Lady Sanchez, Miss Queen Lee Roots, Stefan, and Amaya was here, but she's gone now.
There's somebody named Angela too.
And Angela. Angela had to bounce too. So I appreciate you guys.
All right, thanks for
appreciate you.
hosting,
Thank
Ken.
you,
Thanks
thank
for
you,
hosting,
Skip
Bubbles.
We'll
Thank
see
you for
Good
this
night, everybody.
time.
Good night,
Good
everyone.
Have a
night.
good night, all.
Good night.
you guys.